Deep in the heart of a lush jungle, where sunlight danced through dense foliage and streams whispered secrets to the trees, lived a peacock named Mojo. Mojo was breathtakingly beautiful, his tail shimmering in hues of emerald, sapphire, and gold. But Mojo had one flaw, his pride. Mojo often strutted around the jungle, flaunting his tail and ridiculing the other animals. He teased the bunnies, calling their long ears silly flaps. He mocked the antelopes for their thin legs, saying, "How do you even stand on those toothpicks?" And he derided the small birds, laughing, "Your dull feathers will never match the glory of my radiant plumage." The animals, though hurt by his words, tolerated Mojo's behavior. They knew he valued his beauty above all else, and often whispered among themselves that he had much to learn. One sunny morning, Mojo went to a serene pond for a drink of water. As he admired his reflection, he noticed a crane standing by the edge, dipping its long beak into the water to catch fish. This was the first time Mojo had seen a crane, and he couldn't resist commenting. "Well, what do we have here?" Mojo said, puffing out his chest. "A dull, colorless creature with no tail worth mentioning. How do you even call yourself a bird?" The crane, calm and composed, turned to Mojo. "Good morning, Peacock. You may see me as plain, but my wings carry me high into the sky. They serve their purpose, even without bright colors." Mojo scoffed. "Flying high? What use is that when you can't dazzle anyone with your looks? Surely, my beauty is the greatest gift of all." The crane smiled gently, but said no more. Days later, disaster struck the jungle. A wildfire erupted, spreading rapidly as the winds carried flames through the dry underbrush. Chaos ensued as animals scrambled to save themselves. The antelopes dashed swiftly on their thin legs, covering great distances in no time. The bunnies dove into their burrows, safe from the fire. The small birds took to the skies, flapping their modest wings to escape the danger. But Mojo, for all his splendor, could not fly high or fast enough to escape the blazing inferno. His beautiful tail, which he had always praised, now felt like a heavy burden, dragging him down as he tried to flee. Smoke filled the air, and fear gripped his heart. Just when he thought all was lost, the crane appeared with another crane by its side. They carried a sturdy piece of cloth between their beaks, forming a makeshift cradle. "Hold on, Peacock," the crane called out. With great effort, the two cranes managed to cradle Mojo in the cloth and soared high above the flames. The heat was intense, but the cranes pressed on, determined to save the frightened peacock. When they finally reached a safe clearing far from the fire, the cranes gently set Mojo down. Trembling with fear and gratitude, Mojo bowed his head low. "Thank you," he said, his voice shaking. "I was wrong to mock you. Your strength and kindness saved my life today. I have learned a great lesson. Beauty alone is not enough. Every creature has its own unique gifts, and no one should be judged for what they lack." The crane smiled. "It is good that you understand, Peacock. Humility makes one truly beautiful." From that day on, Mojo was a changed peacock. He no longer ridiculed the other animals, but instead admired their unique strengths. The jungle became a happier place, with Mojo using his once prideful voice to spread kindness and joy among his friends.